So I created this painting as an homage, an ode to the dance. There's something very powerful and magical about the dance, and in fact my journey in the world of art began in theatre and dance. I was in a performing arts academy in Belgium way back in the day, and oh, by the way, that performing arts academy kicked me out because they said that I lacked the drive, I lacked the talent. So whatever it is that you're pursuing, don't listen to those naysayers. Go out and prove them wrong, if only to prove them wrong, but do it for yourself ultimately. But yes, I was kicked out, and here I am years later with no regrets whatsoever that they kicked me out. Because in life there are many failures, like the Michael Jackson thing. I never danced for Michael Jackson, but it doesn't matter because while pursuing that dream, that goal, I was introduced to other doors. And through curiosity, I knocked at those doors, I peeked, I was like, oh, that's a nice surprise. Cirque du Soleil, I'd never thought of that, I'd never considered that. Writing a book, so never limit yourself to what people think, what people say, or to one specific dream. But I digress. Back to the dance, this painting, the story, the meaning, and a nice little surprise at the end. For those of you who are dancers out there, I hope you can relate to this, that in many ways, the dance saved my life because one, it gave me a sense of purpose. I was able to express my passion, but more importantly, it was an outlet because my childhood had been very, very challenging, if not torturous. And the dance allowed me to exercise my demons through expression, because otherwise what happens is we keep our emotions, we keep it secret, we keep it in, and it builds and it builds and it builds, and at some point it erupts. And unfortunately, that eruption usually is vomit on people that we love, that we care for. And in life, we have a series of choices, and sometimes the choices are really difficult. I read in a book once, and the author said something to the essence of, it might not be your fault, but it's always your responsibility. And that kind of blew my mind, and it summed up that yes, even though it wasn't my fault that I was abused, it might not be your fault that this happened to you, but you always have to make the decision. It is now your responsibility. What are you going to do next? And the dance gave me an avenue, a pathway to turn the hurt, the anger, the pain into something of beauty. I don't always succeed, but that is ultimately my goal. How do I channel that hurt into an expression that will hopefully touch the hearts and souls of humanity and inspire them to turn their pain into, their ugliness into things of positivity. So that was for me the defining moment that the dance provided me. It was a life-changing moment, and I want to share that with you. If you're a dancer, I hope you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a dancer, believe me, the dance is a beautiful thing. Go out and dance with your loved one tonight. Just randomly express yourself. When you go to nightclubs, what do? We dance, we express ourselves. It is this euphoric release. It's one of the most powerful forms of therapy. So here's the surprise that I was talking about. I've taken this painting and adapted it and turned it into merchandising, which is really exciting because I know there are plenty of dancers out there who can relate to what I'm saying, and hopefully they'll connect with this and they'll be wearing some of these items in their dance classes with pride and dignity that they have chosen the dance as their form of living and expressing who they are. So I adapted the painting a little bit to fit the merchandising. I muted down the colors. Very quickly before I forget, part of the meaning of the story is that this encapsulates all the forms of dance that I experienced, from wanting to be Michael Jackson, moonwalk, to this really weird stuff that I learned in the Performing Arts Academy that I was like, what the hell is this? Cunningham, Martha Graham, Alvin Ailey, Matt Mattox, just stuff that I wasn't ready for. So there's also an acquired taste of the dance, but ultimately just go out there, be you, and hopefully you'll enjoy this line of merchandise. I've got yoga pants, clocks. Well, let's take a look.